Lafayette, Louisiana, by way of around Raleigh, North Carolina, Mrs. Kelly Jones.
And on accordion and vocals, you guys, I like to call him the man with a plan from Dusson, Louisiana, Drew Sima.
Thank you so much. We're at Monde. If you like what you hear, they got some CDs where they, wherever they sell CDs at, there'll be some CDs there. We got time for one more little tune. We'll be back tomorrow about 3:15-ish. I'm sure you'll see it on the schedule. We do a little two-step we like to do. It's called Petite Fille de la Campagne, which in French means little girl of the country. It's about a guy who from the city, he goes out to the country and he falls in love with this beautiful woman from the country, and they live happily ever after in Lowell, Massachusetts.
Good evening. Stick around. See you, Monde, everyone. Give him a big hand. Yeah. He's a tap dancer. He's from New Jersey.
That's going to really bother me. Hi. Good morning, folks. How are you? Welcome to the Lowell Folk Festival. For those of you who are counting, we're up to number 37 here in Lowell, and largely thanks to you folks. We're going to start off the day here with one of my favorite parts of these festivals, and that is, this is a workshop called To the Beat, Conversations in Rhythm, or I like to say discussion in percussion. So what we're going to do is explore rhythm, percussion. It's one of the two essential elements of any kind of music. It goes back hundreds of thousands of years. As long as people have been walking on the earth, they've been making music, and if I had to guess, percussion probably preceded melody. That the beat was the first part of music. It's worth mentioning, however, that the beat, it's a beat, it's the timing, but there's also melody involved in the beat. So there's tones. Every foot tap or drum beat isn't the same, and these folks will demonstrate how that's different. We have three very different traditions and approaches to percussion. Four, really. Let me introduce the folks first, and then we're just going to go down the line, and I'm going to have each of them talk a little bit about the role of percussion in their music. Right here, Mr. Sohail Karimi from heart of Afghanistan, who you will hear the full group shortly. In the middle, Mr. Jason Samuel Smith, one of the world's great tap dancers. And behind him, Mr. Bernard Linette, who is going to produce the drum rhythm. And all the way down, Mr. Mohamedou Sarr, who is here with the great Manding Griot, Sona Jabara. So we have three very, very different approaches to this. Although I suspect when we get towards the end here, these folks can all make music with each other. Let's start with Sohail here. Talk a little bit about these instruments that you have and the role they play in your music.
Sure. Hi guys. The instrument that I play, it's called the tabla. The word tabla came from, it's an Arabic word. It derived from Arabic language. It means beat. It's a Indian northern classical instrument, beat instrument. It's a type of instrument, the only beat instrument that you can tune it, and it has its own language. Later on, I will demonstrate some phrases on it. It's made out of it's goat skin on the top. The heads are goat skin. The black spot that you see, that like, kind of two eyes. So we call this one Dayan, and this is Bayan. It's an indigenous language. It's an ancient language. It's called male and female. It's an Indian ancient language. So basically, the sound resonates from here to the black spot is. But this black spot is it's made out of rice. It's iron powder, and it's some sort of glue. That is the main spot. That's how the tabla, it creates the sound of that tabla. So this could be steel or copper, and this is wood. It's called shisham. It's a special type of wood. It's a tree's breed. The person who invented it was his name was Amir Khosrau. It's not a very old instrument. It's only like almost approximately 300 years old. But it was derived from a different instrument called pakawaj. Pakawaj is 3,000 years old. The person who invented it, he had roots from Afghanistan. They immigrated to India because of the conflicts or whatever was happening back there. So it has the language, the tabla talks, I can prove it right now if you don't believe me. So unfortunately, my tablet got a little bit grumpy because of the humidity. It's not used to it, but I play stuff in it. Like if you say we have like letters, no. Yeah. We got like stuff like that. Yeah. You can play. This is how you create sounds, and all these letters you put together, combine, and you make a beat, a rhythm out of it. So that's it for now.
Give us a sample.
Oh, like the whole beat?
Yeah,
Like
play
for
it.
example, we combine all the letters. The same thing like you make you put letters, make a word, and you put words, make a sentence, and then all the paragraph, and that's how it goes. Like if you play like da, din, da, all letters. Da, di, na, di, da, na. This is how you get an accent, like sort of movement. You create a rhythm, right? So this is how it goes. And you can improvise it the way you want.
Yeah.
And that's for now. Yeah.
Gracious, there was a lot going on there.
Exactly. Yeah. Like I said, it's a really complex and rhythmic instrument. Yeah. It's very.
All right, let's move down. Jason and Bernard.
All right. Well, I'm a tap dancer from New York City. Probably, I guess, fourth generation now, my family, to participate in jazz dancing. I consider tap dance to be the dance of jazz and blues. Some of the great masters in this art that I've inspired and looked up to are actually from this area. People like Jimmy Slide, the great Sir Slide, Jimmy Mitchell, Diane Walker, one of the greatest tap dancers still around, and contemporary dancers as well. So it's a tradition which is indigenous to America. My family, we're a mix of Iroquois, Attakapas Indian from the Louisiana, Mississippi region. My mom's family's from, mixed parts of Europe, Eastern and Western Europe. But this tradition right here is part of the American traditions of dance. You can see a lot of the components of tap dance present in second line culture in Louisiana. So if you're curious about, well, where are some of the roots of tap dance? Well, there are roots all over this country. But more specifically, if you go to Louisiana and you witness the second line and the Mardi Gras culture and the celebration of the Mardi Gras Indians, this is a tradition of parts of this culture right here, jazz and tap. So just like the gentleman on tabla here, we have a language, right? But a lot of these steps at this point have been codified. We have names for them. But when you get to old school tap, we really just speak in percussion, right? So we might just say, all right, I want to do a rhythmic phrase and say, let's say I want to go, shigga digga 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 da boom back. Yeah, so there's a language involved. We use all parts of our foot. So when you have a tap shoe, essentially, it's an instrument, right? You have two metal taps, one for the toe, one for the heel. The sole of the shoe is primarily harder strips of leather. The upper body, sometimes this is a patent leather, sometimes it's regular leather, but these are all natural materials. We're using hardwood to create our sounds. But, just like any instrument or any discipline, there's a vocabulary, there's a language, there's a tradition, and our tradition is most closely tied with jazz and blues. So maybe we could just do a little song together just so they can have an example of like, this is a little swing feel. Okay.
I was going to say, do you two, I assume you two are really having a conversation when you do this?
Yeah, so, you know, the relationship between tap dance and the instrumentation is really a discussion. We're having a conversation, we're challenging each other, we're bringing up different topics, different subject matter, but it's really about having fun and being in the moment. So, yeah, we're just going to improvise a little bit and talk a little.
Yeah, let's see.
Yeah. So that's a little sample of how, you know, we're just both improvising. We actually just met today. So it doesn't get more off of the top than that. But yeah, that's a part of it. And just talking about rhythm, right? The heartbeat is that first rhythm that we all hear and feel.
That's right.
So essentially, we're all just expressing that first heartbeat that's internal. It's inside all of us.
Absolutely. Mohamedou, Sarah.
Hello, everyone. Yeah, my name is Mohamedou. People they call me Mamadou Sarr. I'm from West Africa, Senegal, and I play with Sona Jabate. And today, I'm gonna show you about I'm gonna introduce myself about djembe. Because this instrument called djembe. It's from West Africa, Senegal, Guinea, Mali, Guinea-Bissau, Ivory Coast, Burkina Faso. That's where djembe come from. And everything you play in djembe, it means something. You can't just play just for fun. Everything you play have a meaning. And a lot of people they play djembe without not notice about the meaning of the djembe. It's only 3 notes: bass, tone, slap. That's what people said. And there's more on djembe. There's more on djembe. Djembe, you can play djembe with jungjun, kinkini, and samba. That's how you play djembe. You can play djembe by himself. You have to play with kinkini, samba, and junjun. Today I don't have kinkini, I don't have samba, I don't have junjun. I have my people here. Yeah. And now I'm gonna show you the first note about djembe. And the other thing, you can play your djembe, put it on the floor like that, because there's no sound. You can wear a ring to play the djembe, not watch, nothing. Now, I'm going to show you the first note about djembe. They call it bass. In the middle, like this. And the other one, they call it tone, fingers closed, in the edge. Now the other one, why people they call it slap, not this one. Not that one, it's that.
down the line once and have them all do, and then let's just turn them loose and see how they can, see what they can do together. But first, let's, get a sample.
Yeah, sure.
Get
Yeah,
a
it's
full
a very
sample.
universal, familiar, at 4 and 4, everybody is familiar with it. We all understand that, and the way we do, it's just based on, it's something like every region have a different accent. It's the same thing like in Afghanistan, Pakistan, Iran, India, we all have different movement and accent. But the tap, like he said, is like a heartbeat. Everything you do is based on a beat. There's nothing out of it. The beat is there. It's a cycle, rhythmic cycle. We start from a point A, or we beat each other back there, no matter what you do. The improvisation, you can just go traverse all around, then we have to be that. But if you start with 4 and 4, and we see where we go. So it's, by the way, it's the first time I meet these people and I talk like that. Let's see. So ready?
Sean. I think it's worth mentioning. I've been doing these kinds of workshops here for more than 30 years at the festival. You can do this with percussion and rhythm. It would be much harder to do this sort of thing if you're talking about song or melody. If you took Afghani tradition and Manding tradition and our tradition here, you would have a very difficult time finding enough commonality there to have people play together. Rhythm, that's not the case. As you just saw, perfectly comfortable. And these are very complicated rhythms. Most of us Yankees are used to 4/4, 2/4, 6/8, you know, fairly straightforward. That's not what's going on here. It's much more complicated rhythm. But that rhythm is the heartbeat, it's the soul.
It's true. You know, I think the more you listen to a variety of styles and you know, different cultural styles of music, but like he was saying, a lot of our Western music is in 4/4. So when you start opening your mind to music in different time signatures, in 5/4, 7/4, 9.5, I mean, there are half beats. You know, there's a world of rhythm that we're just ignoring here by keeping it simple. So, you know, when you're exposed to different styles and different techniques, in different cultures, I think, then you gain more time signatures.
All right, if you guys got, how about one more jam? I think we have time. Who wants to kick it off? How about Mamadou? Well, we have time for one more if anybody wants to take the lead.
Okay. You guys want to sing? You guys want to sing with us? No. Are you sure you want to sing with us? Okay. Oh, mame, oh, oh, mame, oh, oh, mame, oh, oh, mame, oh. Louder. Now. Oh, mame, oh, oh, mame, oh, oh, mame, oh, oh, mame, oh. Oh, mame, oh, oh, mame, oh, oh, mame, oh.
I think that's a good place to end up here. Sahel Karimi, Jason Samuel Smith, Bernard Bennett, Muhammad Usad. That's just a little taste of discussion and percussion.